feeling golden, lost in the moment. It's taking over me. Keep your composure, you know that I want ya. Can you just hold that beat? Just let the lights up, baby. Let it go. In the night.
Hey guys, we're back. It's Michael Beck in.
Chad Horn.
He's still Chad Horn from Ink Tank.
We still are.
We've done so many today, but this is actually one of my favorite ones we're about to do because we're here with Mr. Troy Hooper, King of Pepper Lunch or CEO of Pepper Lunch. You're also one of the people that makes Rising Tides, and I'm putting a plug for it because I love what you're doing. You help people. You help them figure out things. You help them get a voice. You help them know that they can do more things, and make them know that they have a tribe that they can go to.
Thank you, sir.
I
try.
I love that about you.
I try to show up.
Yeah, you do show up. You show up strong. And let's speak about showing up strong. So Troy did something today that I don't think I've seen happen in the 15 years I've been going to RLC. I've never seen a crowd like what you got for the pickleball tournament.
It was a lot of fun. I don't know that the show. I need to check in with them. All the years I've been coming here, I don't remember a show at this show. It's always like the pickleball tournament sponsored by, right?
Yeah.
And you get a little badge, and
Yep.
yay, good for you.
Yep.
They branded the entire event the Pepper Lunch Pickleball Party at RLC 2025. So we had to show up. We had to show up big, and we did. We went pretty big, and we got some of our vendor partners to support us in doing that. But yeah, something around 200 or more people showed up today. We had a good time. It was an early lawn party. Did some ball smacking.
DJs, you had drinks, specialty cocktails. What's the name of that specialty cocktail you guys threw down?
The something swan, yeah.
The something swan. Yeah, I remember that. And honestly, when I saw how many people were out there and the faces that were there, I'm like, who's actually golfing or hiking?
It was like a third of the people.
It was,
here.
it was its own event. And that just speaks to the creativity that you guys got going on. Like, absolutely wow.
Yeah, we made some noise about it. I've been pumping it, been inviting people. The show did a lot of work, though. I kept, as a registered participant, I was getting texts and emails and reminders and sign up for this and let us know that. So, yeah, they did a great job.
That's fantastic.
Very analogous to the growth of Pepper Lunch. I mean, you guys came out of nowhere with this pickleball event. It was the first year was last year, right?
Yep. Well, no, so we didn't sponsor it last year. We just showed up like we owned it last year. Oh. So me and a couple of my executive leaders, we decided to kind of like put on a uniform, I guess, right? And I didn't even think of dodgeball, but everybody's like, "You're doing the dodgeball thing?" I was like, "Okay, sure, we are."
Can we do dodgeball next year?
Well, hey, there's an idea. There's an extra court. We might be able to, actually. No, we just showed up, and I'll say this. We got so much attention by kind of just showing up and showing out and having a good time and sort of being a little bit of the life of the party that people gave us so much attention. I was like, oh, this is good attention. How could we make this bigger? And so Joe Donnelly actually plays pickleball, the president of Informa Food and Beverage. I went over to Joe and I was like, hey, man, this should be like a Vegas day club. We should have a DJ, a bar, cocktail servers, prizes, trophies, giveaways. We should make this more fun. He's like, you want to do it? And I was like, okay, sure.
We're running with it.
And 2 hours later, like the whole events planning team cornered me in the hallway. I was like, oh, we're so excited. We hear you're doing the pickleball thing. I was like, oh, here we go. All right. It was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of work, but it was a lot of fun. Got to bring a lot more of my team out to help out. So, yeah, fun time.
And I love your mascot, too. Yeah.
We had Peppy.
Yeah.
Peppy was there. That was amazing. We're getting Peppy out in the public now.
We got pictures with Peppy. Absolutely love it.
Peppy's a lot of fun.
So, last part on the pickleball tournament, who won? We had the guy come by and go, it wasn't us, and he was pissed. He was bummed it wasn't him.
Not who I thought it was going to
No.
be.
Actually, we got to. I wasn't ready, but I have it right here. Let's shout them out, right?
Okay.
Julio and Daniel, and I think he pronounces it Julio and Daniel won the pickleball. Interestingly enough, and I'm glad they didn't win because people would have like looked at me funny. Is the Momo's guys? So Davi and Sai.
That's who came by.
Yeah.
Yeah, Momo's like, we're going to get next year. Like,
Well, it's funny, if you look at my phone, the pickleball guy actually told me they won. He reversed it.
Oh.
And so when we were doing the thing,
You made a bad announce?
we called the wrong guys up. Yeah.
Pull that one back. Give me the Oscar.
So we fixed it. But no, it was a lot of fun. It was all in good fun. Fantastic networking. That was the point. Get people out there. Give them something to do. Have some good times. That isn't golf. Nope. The golf is always sold out. Golf is always going to do well. But people are looking for that alternative, and pickleball was it.
Well, what a way to do it. And networking, too. Like, everybody's on, like, I'm sorry, I keep fixating on this, because you had people playing. If you're on a golf cart tour, you're in four people in a cart, you're going somewhere, you're hiking, got a small group of people. Even if you weren't playing, actually the networking was all around the periphery when everybody else was doing their thing too.
Yeah. Well, and good on Informa, they realized, as we talked, a lot of people wanted to come.
Right.
And they just wanted to come hang out. And so we kind of opened this spectator registry, which did allow them to have a sense, for food and beverage. And we had snacks and drinks and
everybody
cocktails.
did make registration. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was great. And they knew where to go. It was just so well done.
And yet, no one's gonna think Pepper Lunch is. Oh yeah, they're that pickleball company. You guys are clearly on the map for growing out this unique concept.
Thank you.
Tell us about what are you doing now? Where's Pepper Lunch right now in its growth?
We are doing a lot of things. So right now we are globalizing our infrastructure. We're bringing all of our teams closer together. We were very siloed by country or region, et cetera. We're really reconnecting the global leadership team. We've done some restructuring and sort of relabeling and promoting of people. So that's been really exciting. We are sort of looking at what we've done over the last 2 years, evaluating where we're at, thinking about what's next. And we always have something to do, right? In the United States, we've never had dessert on the menu.
Oh.
We're launching a dessert in the next 60 days. I've been looking
tease
for
what
a
it
year and a
is,
half.
It's okay if it's not here yet.
No, we'll keep it.
Okay.
Just watch for announcements on dessert at Pepper Lunch. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm a sweets guy, so I'm excited.
Yes.
I've been I knew what I was looking for, and I had a hard time finding it when we found it. Actually, Mark, my COO, found it, thankfully, after 2 years. So we're excited. But that's new for us. It's a launch of anything. And that's something we haven't really done a lot of. So we're excited about that. We're evaluating how our new menu is doing. We launched a updated, upgraded, revised menu in last July. So we are evaluating that. And this July, kind of on an annual basis, we're going to refine, tweak, touch, make fine adjustments. We've had great results. The new menu items have taken off. The ones we took away have not degraded our sales, so that's good. And then the last thing is we just really implemented our tech stack. We've been talking about our tech stack for 2 years, at least a year, and we finally just implemented it starting in January. And now we have kiosks in 4 of our 9 stores, and we're rolling in the US. We're rolling them out. We already rolled them out in Asia. We're going through that process, but we've already seen sales lift in the US. Now, it's not 35%, which some brands get to report, and good for them. Right. But in the first 6, 8, 12 weeks, depending on the store, we are seeing significant lift. Average plates up like $1.80, and average ticket, which is very interesting, average ticket's up over $5.
Wow.
So what that means is, yes, they're adding a few extra things to the entree, but they're adding other things to the ticket. And so they're adding sides, which maybe they weren't doing, drinks, which maybe they weren't doing. Yep. Now we add dessert. So we're seeing a pretty good lift. And we did that with this hospitality host concept of a greeter and that person that's there to explain it to you. Oh. And that combination of a human connection and a digital connection working together.
Also a new concept, too. They're trying to understand, right?
Yeah, and even people that know Pepper Lunch have said, I really liked that.
Yeah.
I liked that somebody greeted me. They asked me how I was doing. They asked me what I was, if I've been here before, what I usually get, and they gave me a suggestion. If I'm new, then they got all of the hospitality, right? They got all the, welcome, come in, let me tell you all about it. Yeah. And our hospitality hosts, this position we created, they're really excited to just talk to people all day long and share the ambassadorship of Pepper Lunch. So it's been a lot of fun.
So, sorry, go ahead, Chad.
I wanted to follow up on that kiosk question, right? You don't get those kind of results without a good partner, right?
Yeah.
Who are you using and working with to make that happen?
Yep. So we went through a pretty lengthy RFP process, looked at several brands, went really deep. We chose Grubbrr. They have been a great partner, very responsive, very available, very amendable to our special needs. I don't want to say Pepper Lunch is special, but we sort of have a lot of steps to sort of build your meal with us. It's not a build your own, but there's things we want to tell you about and we want you to make decisions on, and they've been very helpful in that. They're a deep integration partner with Toast, and so Toast was new for us in these stores at the same time. So just imagine you're launching Toast for the first time. You're launching a kiosk for the first time. You're launching digital menu board together at the same time. We waited 6 weeks to do third-party delivery with DeliverEct and Boxy lockers, so thankfully we waited a few weeks for that. But it's been great because nothing ever rolls out perfect on day one. Right. But you know what? They showed up. Toast showed up. Our network integration, management company showed up. They were there. They took care of the tweaks and the changes and the needs, and I couldn't ask for any more. And we're getting a good response, by the way. Industry people and customers really like the interface. They think it's intuitive. They think it's sexy. They think it's pretty. So you got to give some credit to the design side too.
Well, right to that point, you opened up a store right down the road from our house. Now thank you.
You're welcome. You whined a lot, and we did it. You're welcome.
Squeakiest wheel. And my wife commented. The first thing she said is, "I can't believe how fast."
Yeah.
How fast that came to our table. I swear. And I don't know if I'm exaggerating. A minute? It felt like it felt like we just got done doing this.
It was 3 or 3.5 minutes.
But it felt so
fast.
incredibly fast. Like, sorry, Jimmy John's, freaky fast. This is freaky fast.
It was good.
It's amazing.
Let's set the expectations. 5 to 7 minutes on average.
But it's dang good, right? But there's a secret sauce to that. Like, I think your potential franchisees should know, like, this optimized way you've delivered the process to get food on plates quickly, right? You've done some
it's
things
very
there.
specific, right? Here's the benefit. We've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And in countries like in like China, where we have 31 stores in Hong Kong, those stores are averaging over 600 customers a day. So they're going. You do 600 plates a day. That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And so, and by the way, you went to a new store with a new team
Untested.
on opening, like pre-opening day. So they were as slow as they were ever going to be, and yet, yes, they can get it out, right? It's efficiency, right? We have a very specific process for every plate, and the difference is we train our teams extensively.
Right.
We spend more time training our line level staff, and our certified managers spend 4 weeks, and they're in there doing repetition. We get them up to a $3 million store, and they have to burn fast. They got to go. And so it's really just this muscle memory, and they get into it. They learn the process very efficiently. It all makes a lot of sense, so they can build it quickly. Look, we can do 8 in our new stores with 4 burners. We can do 8 plates every 3 minutes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
And it's also how you, there's no prep that happens in a store. Right?
No prep in the building at all.
That's magical, because now you're worried about food cost or waste or loss.
Right.
It's so efficient.
Yep. Little to no shrink, little to no food waste. All of that time you get back. All that skilled labor you don't need. But more importantly, it's consistency for us.
Yeah.
You get the same chopped
control of
this
it, right?
or sliced that or diced whatever. You get it the same every time. So that's what's important.
That's
So
awesome.
Troy, we're here at RLC, and I
Love
I
RLC.
talked to you before. You've got a packed schedule.
Yep.
What are some of the highlights coming up for you the rest of this week?
Yeah, look, we're here to have some meetings, talk about some new things, and obviously stay connected to our community. There's a lot on the docket for the program that I'm really excited about. I don't always get to spend a lot of time in the hall. I'm on stage tomorrow in the main room on a panel, and actually,
What are you talking about?
Exactly, culture. Look, most people don't know this. I have a history of doing turnarounds in distressed or failing restaurant groups, hotels, private clubs, resorts. And so I don't get to talk about culture all the time, and I love it because I built actually an entire career based on that. And so there's a really great panel, great group of folks that are going to talk about the actual ROI of culture. And what we mean is real culture, like every day,
Not words
working
on a
on
wall.
it. Right, not words on a wall.
Yeah.
But how does that translate to true ROI? Because what you really want to do is encourage people to take that journey, to really devote themselves to staying true. And I've done a lot of work in the last 8 years in emerging brands. And look, Pepper Lunch is an emerging brand in the United States. There's a lot of free energy that comes with emerging brands, a lot of free attention that comes with emerging brands.
Yep.
But one of the things that's true is that emerging brands stay very close to their founder journey, their why, their purpose for why they were developed,
Yep.
what was the story. And that resonates with employees, which then resonates with customers. And so trying to capture and hold on to that longer and longer as you
Further get
scale.
from the source,
Yeah, but as you
Right.
get big, that's hard. So translating that on an ongoing basis. So we're excited. That's going to be a lot of fun.
So before we hop off,
You know what you're going to
yeah, I
talk
know.
about.
I know exactly what I'm talking about because I am beyond excited about this. You
We
are
gotta
doing
talk.
something that, I'm sorry, disruption's starting to show up on kale chip bags. This is actually disruptive, right?
Okay.
Which is the fact that
I think
you
so.
made an announcement.
I did.
So I'm not going to steal it from. What is it?
Yeah, so I invested in and have been advising a company called Franchise Systems AI. We as Pepper Lunch, we had put together about 24 SaaS tools, and we're talking about Calendly and a CRM and these. We put all these tools together, and you got to have one person who knows all of those tools, and all your team have to learn different tools, and then they're integrated, but do they really work well together? We were
Right.
looking for a solution. And we couldn't find it. So we found a team to build it.
Right.
And they started to build it and realized that it wasn't just for restaurants, but it was really a franchise operating system that they could build. And so Pepper Lunch committed to being the alpha customer, where we put our brand out there as sort of my entire team as advisors to say, if you were to do this, this is what we want, this is what we need, this is what we're looking for, this is what would solve our problem. And if it solves our problem, it's probably going to do pretty good for the masses, not just in restaurants, but all of franchising. So what they've built is a franchise operating system, end to end, from B2B marketing all the way to store level territory and franchisee management. And so I'm very proud to be a part of that project. We're very close to it. Other people on my team have invested in it as well, so it's like a friends and family thing. But we're really proud. We've got like 9 other brands, brand groups, FSOs, individual brands. They're on that as beta testers, beta customers, and so they're giving the guys a lot of feedback. So the thing's being built really quick, but we get to use it first. We're the alpha, so we get to suffer, so to speak. Give it to us, let us try it, let's test it, and then we'll give you the feedback that will then benefit the other customers.
But everyone gets the benefit from that.
Yeah.
Right, in trial.
Yeah. An operational feedback's better than any kind of theory or a blueprint.
Real world.
Because, you got to
push the buttons and see if they work.
You got to break it, see where it falls apart, and see where it wins.
Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome. Every time I run into you, you're doing something great beyond just helping people and making, building an amazing business and brand. I love the people that you've introduced me to that are part of your other investment here. We're excited. We're so excited for you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the audience again to have a chat.
It's all good. I mean, Troy Hooper's one of the good ones. Like, really just one of the good ones. I can't say that enough. So if you want to know more about Pepper Lunch, you know where to find Troy. And if you don't, please leave your rock, because there's a bright world out there that you should see. Otherwise, you can find him on LinkedIn. You can see him at almost every trade show that ever existed. And also, I'm sure you can find him around the haunts of FSAI as it's doing his thing too.
Happy to make introductions.
Absolutely. Yeah. Troy, thank you so much. It's
thank
a
you
pleasure
so much.
And a privilege.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Good to see you again.
So, guys, this has been Chat GTM.
You got it right.
I know my own show. This is great. This is episode something from the
7.
Thank you.
He knows better.
For the Restaurant Leadership Conference. Troy Hooper, Pepper Lunch. Thank you, guys. We'll see you again in a little bit.
Lost in the moment, it's taking over me. Keep your composure, you know that I want ya. Can you